Tip number 16. The very first thing you need to know is that your skills in the game will level up as you utilize them. So, for example, the more you use your bow, the better your skill with it. The more you run or swim, the better you become at running or swimming. With this in mind, you can therefore decide to purposely train to skill up. Whether train against some mobs, for example, to level up your parry skill, and similarly against friends by enabling the PvP mode for a training session. Happy skill leveling. Tip number 17. There are three main types of physical damages: piercing, slashing, and blunt. And different mobs and bosses can be either resistant or weak to some of these type of damages. It is recommended to equip yourself with the possibility to deal damages in each of the three types. On one hand, you will likely use a bow and therefore be able to deal piercing damage this way. And you will likely have an axe to chop wood, and you will be able to deliver slashing damage with your axe. Therefore, it is good to get started with a club as well for blunt damage. This way, you cover all three types of damages. Then, you need to practice each of these weapon types and orient yourself to which monster is resistant or weak to which type of physical damage. You will be grateful to have leveled up all three of these skills, as in some cases, such as against Bone Mass, the boss of the swamp biome, it is highly recommended to have practiced blunt damage. Tip number 18. This game can be played solo, of course, but it is best enjoyed playing with a group of friends. I would highly recommend that with your friends, you learn to practice different combat formations. To give you some ideas, when dealing with some stronger mobs, you will like to sandwich the enemy. And while your friend has the aggro and parries, you can deal damages and alternate this based on the mob aggro. Another formation. When being in the burial chamber, for example, one can hold a torch, while another one can use a massive hammer for area damage and take down the multiple skeletons. Also, during some fights against numerous grey dwarves when spending a night in the Black Forest, you can fight back to back of each other in the true Viking style. Tip number 19. A critical thing to understand in this game is the food mechanism. In this game, you don't need to eat all the time, as you cannot starve. You will always have a minimum of 25 HP even if not eating. However, you will get big bonuses to your health and stamina when you do eat. So I suggest that you eat well before a fight, and you can eat up to 3 types of food. Therefore, you should at all times have in your backpack 3 types of food, so you can get up to 3 bonuses whenever you need it. Tip number 20. Lastly, a critical tip, which me and my friends have been using for several times now, is to always build a portal not too far from a boss of the biome you are about to attack. It goes without saying that there should also be the pair of the portal in your base. This way, if ever one person in the group dies during the battle against the big boss, the player can revive back at the base, eat, then take the portal close to the boss, go to pick up the backpack and continue to fight for the victory. Bonus tip. In your house, you will get rest, and rest will give you a buff. Depending on your comfort level, you will get a very useful rested buff. Therefore, try to have a high comfort level in your house, so for every time you go out on a mission, you will have a longer rested buff bonus.